Aye.
And Councilman District.
Aye.
Motion carried. Are there any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to add under me the east-west Marquee Way and also the car property for discussion.
Any others?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
TPO update. TPO update.
TPO?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have one for the Marquee Way East site clearing.
Okay. Any others?
I have one for the community pool update.
Community pool? Anyone else? If not, I'll ask for approval for the additions to tonight's agenda.
I make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Councilwoman Haskell.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan.
Aye.
And Councilman Dickey.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next on the agenda is the city manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, council and Mr. Mayor. Good news, not looking for any action on this. This is just really informational. The State Road 20 Sewer Extension Project, we had talked about in the past, talked with each of y'all about needing an easement. We're not going to need the easement, so we'll be able to put the lift station or one of the lift stations on our parcel that we bought
That'd be good.
6 months or so ago.
Okay.
So the next topic when engineering is done, they're going to explain more of the details, but I just want to make sure y'all are all aware of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Engineering.
Team it up on you for that. Cliff Nauer for the record. Good to see you guys.
Good seeing you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Just want to go back in time briefly and remind you guys of kind of how we got where we are on our sewer east of 331 on Highway 20. So there was a developer's agreement that was executed that the council approved with a developer said that was going to build 550 homes at Quail Run, about 6 miles east of 331. And so as part of that project, there were 2 easements that we had to acquire for the pump station because DOT won't allow the pump stations to be in the DOT right away. And so one of those pump station easements was an outlaw that we have, like 1.2 acres, I think it is, to be able to put a pump station in outlaw. And then the other pump station was going to be on the car property, pretty much directly north of the intersection of Jim Campbell Road. And so I did the design work on the line route and a lot of the other utilities for the project. And the thought process that we had at that time was if we were able to get an easement on the car property that was 50 feet beyond the existing right of way, then if and when DOT ever widens Highway 20 through that section from Black Creek Boulevard to 331, would be golden because it would be outside of where they would never acquire the right of way. And so I brought a little handout to give you guys to look at to help kind of visualize. So at the end of the day, they did offer to give an easement, but they wanted the easement that they gave to be adjacent to the existing right-of-way. So if we got a 20-foot easement adjacent to the existing right-of-way, it doesn't do us any good if the road gets wide.
Right.
And so on the first page that I gave you is that's the proposed pump station. On the car property is the square area that's 50 by 50. And then running east and west is the 20-foot easement, but it's 50 feet beyond the existing right-of-way. And so if you flip to the next page, that's the city's property that you guys acquired last year, I guess. And so we got to talking to Mark, and Alex and I were discussing different options on how to get sewer east of 331. And it made a lot of sense to put the pump station on the city's new property because Marquee East is directly behind it. And so it would actually be able to tie into utilities directly south of the city's property if the pump station went on the city's property. And then after further discussion, and you could flip one more page to the last page, and it's kind of hard to see because these aerials are difficult to mark on, but there's a black area on the right-hand side at the top. That's where the black area and the little square black area, that's where we had proposed our easement. And so the whole idea was that, you know, you would never have to worry about DOT ever widening the road. Unfortunately, they weren't agreeable to it. They wanted the 20-foot easement to be adjacent to the existing right-of-way, which really gives you no benefit. So you would be basically purchasing or trading for sewer taps for 1.86 acres, really for nothing. And so after looking further into it, we found where there's about 1,500 feet of directional bores that would be eliminated from the project if we didn't put it on the car property. And so you have the benefit of not paying for the easement. You have the benefit of having it on your own property.
Right.
And then based on our estimates, it'll save you between $950,000 and $1 million in construction.
Good.
So
That's great.
So it's almost a million in savings in construction. So
That's great.
there will be some costs that you kind of already had with the previous plan for wetland mitigation, but I wouldn't expect it to be very much at all. And so it's kind of confusing, you know, where we were and where we're at today. And so I just kind of wanted to answer any kind of questions that you guys have.
And so just to clarify a little more, and you can correct me if I get this wrong. So the Highway 20 extension is just that. It's just pipe in the ground going to the 2 lift stations, which will come. And when we get done with Marquee East, it will essentially run whatever way to Joe Campbell and then hook up into 20. But the Marquee Way East is a road, sewer, and water.
Right.
So the Highway 20 East is just sewer.
Right.
Yep. So there'll be some design changes. We're pushing the sewer a little bit further than what we were before. We're changing the route. We're going to eliminate a bunch of directional bores that we had previously on the project. And so there is some design and permitting that will still have to be done. We'll still have to get our DEP permits and our DOT permits and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it should be substantial savings for the city.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff.
Yep.
And so you do need a motion on these redesigns?
I'll let Alex kind of talk to you about that.
All right.
Evening, council, there.
Good evening.
Yeah, so as Cliff mentioned, so there will be some redesign fees, so if you guys would like to go forward with that, we have a
Yeah.
proposal before you. So,
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Is there further discussion? Is there any public comment? Councilwoman Hackner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hirsch.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown. And Councilman Dean. Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you, Ms. Owens.
Thanks, Alex and Cliff. Appreciate it.
Finance.
Good evening, Council, Mr. Mayor. What I have for the first item is item number 7, which is associated with Chelco's line needed to power the vacuum system at the Daniel Fish Camp. So I'm asking for a motion and approval in the amount of $62,962.57 for the cost of laying that line.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Bruce has already gotten, this will be something that will be covered under the DEP grant, so we've already gotten that approval.
Great.
Any public comment? Councilwoman Hackner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hirsch.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brandon. And Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. The second part of this is that Chelco will need a right-of-way easement. So we have a request for a motion to approve a right-of-way easement to Chelco so they can run the line to the city's property.
I make that motion.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Any public comment? Councilwoman Hackman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan.
Aye.
And Councilman Dean. Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item was actually placed on your counter there. It's related to Marquee Way East. We had a request from All Day Howell to do some site clearing as they've done the review and prep for the geotechnical work. They need to get some of the shrubs and trees out of the way to make it safe for the equipment and personnel. And that was not in the original cost estimate, so they have asked for an increase of $2,500 to cover that, and that also would be added to the cost of the $195 that we had previously approved back in October. So the total cost for All Day Howell to design that would be the $197,500. So we're asking for a motion to approve $2,500 increase.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion been made and seconded for the clearing. Any further discussion?
I'll just jump in again real quick. So this is necessary for the soils, for geotech, all that stuff. And also on the same area for Marquee East, that's been sent out to 2 appraisers for place direction. So that ball is rolling.
Great.
Okay. Any public comment? Councilwoman Hackman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. And Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And the second part of that would be to make a motion and approval for the budget increase of $2,500.
Sure, I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded for an increase in the budget. Correct?
Yes, that's
Okay. Any further discussion? Public comment? Councilwoman Hackner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. And Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, thank you. Thank you, folks.
Parks.
Good morning. Evening, Council. So,
It's been a long day.
on the pool. So, the repair and renovations, I just want to let you know that they're complete. It's filled back up and it's ready for springtime.
Yay.
You're welcome. Just wanted to give you an update on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Order.
Unfortunately, our AC went out at our water department, so I'm here tonight to ask approval to have it replaced. I have 3 quotes for you.
Okay.
I have Otis Brown heating in there for $8,450. Green Air Group is quoted at $8,500. And
Okay.
Gulf Shores Heating and Air is quoted at $10,333. Lowest bid being Otis Brown, so I'm asking approval to hire Otis Brown.
I'll make a motion to approve Otis Brown Heating and Air at $8,450 to replace the AC.
I'll second. I have a question on there. if I may.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Further discussion? Councilwoman Hackner.
Sure, I wanted to ask Larry, is that not, I saw that they were gonna put the Halo UV light in there. Is that not with it? Because I know those help AC units to keep them clean with the moisture here, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to do that or not.
They do, I didn't ask them to quote that, as we do that ourselves.
You do it, oh, so you guys take care of it, okay.
So those who threw it in there and just took it off.
Perfect, no worries. I'm glad y'all are gonna put it in there because it's great for the system, thank you.
Any further discussion? Any public comment? Councilwoman Hackner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. And Councilman Dean. Aye. Motion carried.
And for the second part of that, ask for a budget amendment, spoken with Bruce. I'm gonna let him tell you, so I don't mess up.
We basically just be moving from one line item to another, will not be affecting the bottom line. We worked at that to come from operating costs, and we'll be able to manage that.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further comment? Any public comment? Councilwoman Hafford.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurd.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown. And Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you,
Thanks, Larry.
Council. Thank you, Larry.
Councilman Dickey.
I just wanted to bring back from TPO, the minutes of the meeting, and just like you can see, the QR code for the full agenda, if you want to go through the full agenda. I also brought back the draft needs list for 2050 from No Close to Walton TPO, so you can look through that. I did not highlight or get them all yet, but I tried to put them on dot, the ones that pertain to Freeport. There's some that I did not get that are in the area still of Freeport, so that's just for your information. Thank you.
Councilman Ferris.
I put on the agenda, I just wanted to get a discussion or get an update on the east and west Marquee Way, where we stand on that.
Let's see it. Is that working? There we go. Green light. New microphones. Sorry, I was unprepared. So, yeah, we are still within the time frame we talked about. I believe we spoke about it 3 meetings ago. We are still within those time frames. I have not heard anything back from the South Florida Title Company that thinks they're going to have something on the rates. They told me they were still working on it the last I heard from them, and that's been about 10 days ago. But we are still with our time frames, waiting for everything to clear in the statute so that we can commence our official proceedings.
That'll make a difference on traffic. We never get that. The other item I asked, that I brought up was about the car property. And I know we've got a lot of discussion. There's still a lot going on with the cars. But one of the things is I know they're looking of eventually putting a road. You know, they showed it on the plans to us of putting a road in. And what I thought about trying to be, maybe being a little more proactive and looking into this, and I've talked to Latilda, and Latilda can also explain some of the ideas that she had. But what I thought about doing is on this, of trying to come up, see where we stand, what we can do about trying to get a road. That will help with a lot of our traffic. And of having maybe, since Tracy is on the TPO, of having him and Latilda, we're not committing to anything, but of giving them permission to meet with someone from the cars and see what kind of ideas, what we can come up with about maybe trying to get a road in. But Latilda can.
Sure.
And I apologize, the microphone's gone down.
I got to back up.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you. As you know, when we first started talking about the car property, David Smith started bringing it to us 2 years ago through the whole process of annexation, through large-scale amendment and rezoning, and then getting a plan development project in place that was going to do a number of things that were beneficial to the city. First of all, they rezoned over 1,000 acres to industrial and heavy commercial. So we have property that's going to be available to the public to create office parks, commerce parks, business parks, shopping centers, technology parks, aviation centers, distribution centers. Very important to the future of this town. The other aspects that they brought that are key to what we need is the north-south corridor that would literally start on 331 North between the Preserve and the Bluff properties. It would come over east and then south to Highway 20, and then from Highway 20 cross down to 3280. At build-out, certainly we will see 3 traffic signals when all of that development takes place. As they're doing ground truthing, I continue to work with their engineer, Mr. David Smith. We all know David in Allied Engineering, and he is in contact with me constantly is the wrong word. He's literally updating me on a weekly basis of where they're at, what they're trying to do, as they continue to go to the detailed environmental assessments and the detailed surveys. They're looking at the way that road can be maneuvered to stay out of the environmental areas as much as possible. We can talk to them about starting the road in any direction that we want. They also want to come back to us and let us know at any given time where they think the road would possibly shift. But it will still be a north-south corridor. I know they're going to come and talk to us about that at various times, probably at least quarterly during the year. But some of the things that would assist in getting that road done is if we acquire right-of-way. The city can get grants. We can put it on the 5-year plan and the needs plan with the TPO. This is something that the county really wants. We're already creating an east-west corridor between old and new 331, but a north and south connector that can assist not only with hurricane evacuation, but easing the traffic that's at the 331 intersection is so important. Some of the things that we would have done with them previously are not available to us now. The mobility plan is out the door with the changes that went in through the legislature last year. That's not going to be an option for us. But there are many tools in our toolbox, and the developer is willing to work with us and talk to us and basically see what we need, and if the property is dedicated to the city, then we can apply for grants.
And it's something that I felt that, this has been in the works.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't understand that. But
yes.
I met with Latilda, and I felt that, by getting this moving and being able to have her and Tracy to sit down and see what we can do, it helps with our road.
Tracy sits on the TPO. I am the current vice chair of the technical coordinating committee, and I am chair of the rural road transportation network. So we are very heavily involved, and we have access to the Emerald Coast Council, we have access to the TPO, and we can basically explore ideas to keep this from happening later and happening sooner. And we will talk those options out with the Carr family, see what they're thinking, what we're doing, and we can bring that back to the council for consideration. There are many options. We are willing to do whatever we have to do to represent the city and bring back possibilities to you. You make the decision on which direction we're going to go. And there may be some options that you're not comfortable with, some that you're more comfortable with, but we can flesh that out and bring it back to you so that it gives guidance to all of us on how to proceed with the Carr property.
So what I hear you saying is we're going to look at all options and possible funding options.
Correct.
Of course, it will come back to the council.
Absolutely.
With their approval, but look at all options.
Like when they can make a motion.
Not at this point, we don't need to make a motion, let's let staff work with it. We don't actually know what we'd be making a motion for them to do other than explore the options, because I don't think we know enough about what the road would be.
But anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll bring, as we gain information, we'll come back and we'll report to you on a regular basis so that you feel comfortable with what's being done. But they're eager to get started. It's a huge project. It's going to have a lot of benefits to the city, and this is a chance for us to get that information and bring it back so you know what to expect.
Thank y'all.
Okay? Thank you.
All right, Councilwoman Hurst.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to give everybody an update on the lighting project that's going on over at the Veterans Memorial Park. As you all will recall, a few meetings ago, we approved the first phase of a multi-phase potential lighting project of our city grounds and our parks. The crew over there at Impact Landscapes has been working in Memorial Park doing an awesome job. Very excited. I think everybody's really going to love it. It's not only going to provide that additional illumination that we need for safety reasons in our community on city grounds, but it's also just really going to accent the statues and the greenery and all the things that we are so prideful of in our city and our parks and our grounds. They are well underway, and I would like to suggest that we do a grand reveal when they are completed with that phase, so that we can invite the community and all enjoy in that final reveal. I had hoped to have a date in mind. There's just a couple of minor little tweaks that we need to work out. So what I'd like us to do, just decide if we think that a reveal would be a great thing for the community, and then I'll come back in a couple of weeks and propose a date. But I just really want to thank Impact Landscapes for the wonderful job that they're doing for us. It couldn't have been done without our Parks Division, without our Planning Department, without council, our mayor, our city manager, everybody really, it was all hands on deck. Thankful for the Town Planner Society as well for all that they do for it. So it's just been a really great collaborative effort from our community, and I'm just very proud and excited about it.
It looks good.
It does look great.
I think it looks wonderful. I'm really excited about seeing it when it's lit, and I'm also
Yeah.
excited about the rest of the stuff that we're working on with the rest of the lighting.
Yes.
You know, a lot of Freeport, and I think we've done a lot of great strides in moving that way and starting the ball rolling that way. It's taken a while, but I'm glad we're getting there.
Absolutely.
Councilman Dickey?
I wanted to thank City Manager Martin for getting the lights lit at Madison at 331.
Yes.
You followed through with that, I think, Mr. Wright at the county, so it does make a difference on the
It
lights
does.
at night.
Thank you. It really does.
Okay, one thing I just want the council to, I don't say reminded, I want to let you know that the Waters, the development next to Publix is having their ribbon cutting tomorrow afternoon at 5:30, if anyone can attend. I guess we'll just see where it's at. All I know is it's there at the complex. Is there any public comment? If not, meeting's adjourned.